Stop everything you are doing right now because Hollywood just delivered a scandal so wild, it is practically rewriting the entire celebrity rulebook. Lori Harvey, the undisputed queen of calculated calm and high-fashion luxury vibes, has finally, officially broken her silence. The internet has been absolutely erupting with rumors that are not just juicy, they are downright explosive. And who exactly is sitting at the very center of this absolute social media chaos? None other than the dazzling R&B siren Snoh Aalegra and the usually silent, but apparently mastermind scheming Michael B. Jordan. Yes, you heard that completely right. Snoh Aalegra and Michael B. Jordan allegedly tied the knot in total absolute secrecy, leaving Lori completely blindsided, furious, and let's be totally honest, plotting her next global power move like the strategic queen she is. Private messages have been leaked, mysterious party photos have surfaced, and social media platforms have gone absolutely haywire. Every single meme, every unhinged fan theory, and every cryptic Instagram story is currently fueling this massive wildfire. The whispers have officially become a roaring storm, and the entire world is watching as Lori, the ever-strategic powerhouse, finally steps forward into the light. So the ultimate question is, will Lori confront this multi-layered scandal head-on, or is she silently building a comeback so utterly savage that Snoh Aalegra and Michael B. Jordan won't even know what hit them? Stick around because this story is about to get even crazier. Trust me, you do absolutely not want to blink. The moment Lori Harvey began to process the absolute avalanche of information crashing down upon her timeline, insiders claim her entire approach was deeply methodical, almost frighteningly surgical. While casual fans were screaming, speculating, and completely flooding every social media platform with frantic memes and chaotic reaction videos, Lori was reportedly sitting back in her pristine luxury estate, spending hours analyzing every single leaked photo, every single cryptic caption, and every subtle story post coming from Snoh Aalegra and Michael B. Jordan. Sources close to the situation claim she did not cry, she did not scream, and she certainly did not hop on an impulsive Instagram live to vent her frustrations to the public. Instead, she allegedly contacted her closest allies, individuals who move in the highest circles of Hollywood, and who might have actually attended or heard whispers of the alleged secret wedding, instantly piecing together complex timelines and corroborating hidden details that could explain the true motives behind this seemingly calculated public spectacle. The whispers floating around town were not just about a simple wedding or a sudden romance, because in the brutal arena of high-profile celebrity culture, nothing is ever just about love. This was about raw power, cultural influence, and social control. Snoh Aalegra, with her incredibly sharp social instincts and ultra-chic branding, seemed to have anticipated every single public reaction, moving pieces across the media board with the precision of a grandmaster. Meanwhile, Michael B. Jordan's quiet compliance and usual media silence were being viewed as equally strategic, suggesting a deliberate, covert alliance designed specifically to destabilize Lori's massive sphere of influence while simultaneously boosting their own global visibility to unprecedented heights. Anonymous insiders have been aggressively leaking what they describe as explosive behind-the-scenes intel to various prominent gossip accounts, claiming that Snoh Aalegra spared absolutely no expense for this secret event, dropping upwards of 6 figures on a completely hidden luxury venue, custom designer outfits that have yet to be fully revealed to the public, and an incredibly exclusive, military-grade security team that ensured not a single uninvited guest or stray paparazzi drone could crash the hyper-private party. One anonymous source explicitly stated that this was never just a wedding, but rather a cold, hard statement designed to shake the foundations of the entertainment industry because Snoh allegedly wanted it all, including maximum attention, pure shock value, and the subtle public humiliation of Lori Harvey after years of Lori dominating the media spotlight. The private messages that were supposedly exchanged between Snoh and Michael, which have been circulating in secret group chats across the industry, paint a chilling picture of meticulous, long-term planning, with Snoh allegedly reminding Michael in text after text that perfect timing and absolute secrecy were the only ways to guarantee maximum impact. "We control the narrative," one of the alleged leaked text messages boldly read, followed by another statement telling Michael that everyone would be watching them, and Lori would not even know what hit her until the media trap was already sprung, and it was completely too late for her to reclaim the spotlight. The social media landscape, naturally, exploded on multiple fronts within seconds of the first leak, turning into a digital battlefield where fans and haters alike began tearing apart every single pixel of information available. TikTok users immediately began recreating the alleged betrayal with highly sarcastic parody skits, while dedicated fan accounts created massive reaction compilations of Lori's subtle facial expressions captured at various recent public appearances, looking for any hidden sign of heartbreak or anger. Over on Twitter, conspiracy theories seem to multiply by the absolute second, with users claiming that this entire marriage was a beautifully orchestrated PR stunt designed to promote a secret joint business venture, while others insisted it was the ultimate romantic revenge plot. Reddit threads grew thousands of comments deep overnight, as online detectives analyzed body language in old videos, cross-referenced public appearance dates from the past 6 months, and speculated endlessly about major alliances shifting behind closed doors in Hollywood. In this insanely hyper-reactive digital environment, every single subtlety instantly became a screaming headline, every passing glance was treated as a coded signal, and every single social media post was weighed as a potential power move in a high-stakes game that only a few true insiders actually understood. People went so far as to dissect the specific choice of jewelry worn by Snoh in her recent posts, the subtle, understated hand gestures made by Michael in public paparazzi photos, and even the apparent seating arrangements of a leaked dinner photo, proving that the internet was fully invested in this real-life soap opera. Sources indicate that this alleged secret wedding did not just create internet drama, but it also exposed deep, structural fractures within Lori Harvey's own personal and professional network of elite influencers and socialites. Allies who had once been considered completely unwavering and loyal to Lori's brand reportedly began interacting heavily with Snoh Aalegra and Michael B. Jordan on social media, dropping likes, posting tagged photos from mutual elite events, and leaving ambiguous, cryptic comments that immediately fueled further fan speculation about where their true loyalties resided. In the cutthroat world of high society celebrity politics, these social media shifts are never minor or accidental, because every single digital interaction carries immense weight, and every public display of new friendship can instantly alter perceived alliances, directly affecting multi-million-dollar business relationships, lucrative sponsorships, and mainstream media coverage. Insiders claim that Lori quietly and coldly noted each and every one of these digital interactions, creating her own internal map of loyalty and potential betrayals, preparing herself for the exact moment when she would either choose to respond publicly with an explosive statement or strategically let the chaos unfold naturally in her favor while her enemies expose themselves. Leaked messages and recent insider posts also heavily suggested massive financial maneuvering happening completely behind the scenes, far away from the public eye. Sources allege that Snoh Aalegra may have brilliantly coordinated exclusive, high-profile collaborations and major media deals with luxury global brands to coincide exactly with the viral reveal of her relationship with Michael, thereby maximizing her personal visibility and positioning herself as a master orchestrator of modern media drama. Michael B. Jordan, who is often perceived by the public as deeply understated and entirely focused on his cinematic craft, reportedly played his part to absolute perfection by maintaining complete composure publicly while subtly participating in key social media interactions that were explicitly designed by publicists to redirect attention and ensure the story's absolute virality. Elite media observers describe this entire situation as a flawlessly coordinated effort to completely dominate global headlines and social media feeds, creating an information storm so utterly overwhelming and all-consuming that any eventual response from Lori Harvey would inevitably become the central focus of the entire entertainment world, forcing her to play by their rules. Meanwhile, Lori Harvey's calm public persona remained entirely intact, acting as a shield of pure luxury and unbothered elegance, but insiders describe a simmering, intense fire burning just beneath that flawless surface. Close friends report seeing her spending her evenings meticulously reviewing every single headline, noting distinct patterns in fan reactions across different demographics, and even reaching out to top-tier digital brand strategists to fully understand the potential long-term impacts of this scandal on her personal brand and skincare empire. Every single move made by Snoh and Michael seemed explicitly calculated to provoke a messy, emotional response from Lori, and yet, her absolute silence became her loudest weapon, leaving the public completely desperate for even a single word. Digital analysts, prominent gossip accounts, and online commentators have all pointed out that Lori's current silence is the ultimate strategic move because she is actively absorbing the entire narrative, letting her rivals spin their wheels and exhaust their PR momentum, while she quietly formulates a counter-strategy so massive it could completely redefine her public standing. The financial and social stakes, according to those operating within her immediate circle, are absolutely enormous, and one wrong move could cost millions in brand equity. Fans, naturally, have been completely caught in the crossfire of this digital war, turning comment sections into absolute battlegrounds where intense parasocial loyalty dictates every single argument. One faction has aggressively defended Lori as the ultimate wrong strategist, celebrating her measured silence as an absolute masterstroke of upper-class dignity, arguing that by not responding, she is proving she is completely above the drama. On the flip side, an equally passionate group has loudly lauded Snoh's absolute audacity, framing the alleged secret marriage as a bold, legendary power move that successfully shifted the gravity of Hollywood luxury culture away from Lori. TikTok reaction videos, Instagram story compilations, and Twitter polls have continuously dissected every micro-expression from all three individuals, turning a private personal matter into a highly serialized, interactive spectacle of extreme public scrutiny where even a small interaction, like Michael liking a random fan comment or Snoh subtly reposting a specific meme, is interpreted as a major signal in this elaborate social chess game. Adding another heavy layer of complexity to this unfolding drama are the constant, anonymous insider leaks hinting at severe tensions that stretch far beyond personal hurt feelings or past relationship baggage. Some industry insiders explicitly allege that this secret union could heavily impact upcoming media appearances, delicate sponsorship negotiations, and massive cross-promotional opportunities within the broader fashion and entertainment industries. Lori's expansive network, which includes top-tier global influencers, elite fashion designers, and high-profile corporate collaborators, is said to be actively evaluating the potential commercial fallout of this shifting social landscape. The general consensus among brand managers is that Snoh and Michael's calculated alliance could seriously disrupt existing power dynamics, potentially marginalizing Lori's cultural influence, unless she executes her eventual response with absolute, flawless precision. The alleged secret wedding has also sparked intense, ongoing debates across the internet regarding the concepts of authenticity and corporate manipulation in modern celebrity culture. People are openly asking whether this was truly a genuine, personal celebration of love between two talented artists, or if it was orchestrated entirely from the ground up for maximum media effect and financial gain. Skeptical observers point directly to the hyper-specific timing of the social media posts, the highly selective nature of the leaks, and the carefully curated visuals as undeniable evidence that Snoh and Michael were consciously and aggressively shaping a narrative for the masses. Insider sources claim that every single detail, from the choice of the highly secure hidden venue to the specific, cryptic captions utilized on Instagram, was strategically mapped out months in advance to dominate public attention. Meanwhile, Lori's dedicated PR team has reportedly been tracking every single leak, every trending hashtag, and every viral meme, compiling data and readying potential responses that could instantly turn the entire narrative to her absolute advantage when the time is right. Public speculation reached a literal fever pitch when several leaked images allegedly surfaced suggesting subtle, intense confrontations at elite private gatherings just weeks before the secret wedding took place. Eyewitnesses described cold glances, tense half-smiles, and brief, sharp exchanges between Lori and Snoh that online body language analysts immediately interpreted as highly coded messages or clear signs of immense underlying tension. Social media accounts completely exploded with slow-motion breakdowns of these brief moments, turning seconds of footage into viral content that expanded the scale of the scandal far beyond the immediate celebrity circle. These alleged confrontations, whether completely real or wildly exaggerated by the internet, only serve to heighten global interest, forcing every major media outlet, from small entertainment blogs to mainstream news channels, to weigh in on the drama, thereby raising the stakes to an absolute boiling point as the world waits for the next phase of the conflict. Even financial speculation played a massive role in how this entire situation unfolded behind closed doors. Insider chatter heavily hinted at potential sponsorship conflicts, major media partnerships, and exclusive luxury fashion collaborations that could be permanently altered by this rapidly shifting social landscape. Lori Harvey, according to deep industry sources, is widely known to meticulously review the long-term implications of any major public scenario, considering not just the personal fallout, but the strict strategic, financial, and global brand consequences of her public associations. On the flip side of the coin, Snoh Aalegra and Michael B. Jordan appeared to entirely embrace the brewing chaos, using absolute secrecy and media spectacle to rapidly solidify their visibility and elevate their social leverage to a completely new level. This intense, quiet tug-of-war, insiders repeatedly suggest, is just as much about corporate influence and market dominance as it is about personal relationships, creating a high-stakes battle played out not just in private mansions, but in full public view across multiple digital platforms in absolute real time. The intense reactions from global fans, digital influencers, and professional entertainment commentators only serve to multiply the pressure on everyone involved. Every single new post, every viral hashtag, and every cryptic story update instantly became an official part of a sprawling, chaotic narrative built entirely on secrecy, strategy, and public spectacle. Hilarious memes recreated the alleged private scenarios with wildly exaggerated theatrical drama. TikTok users staged elaborate reaction videos pretending to be Lori discovering the news, and deep Twitter threads meticulously dissected every single hand gesture and caption. The online community collectively transformed the alleged secret wedding into a live, highly serialized digital drama, with Lori, Snoh, and Michael positioned as the central characters navigating a dangerous landscape of public perception, personal loyalty, and cultural power. As the heavy dust finally began to settle from the initial wave of explosive leaks, the true jaw-dropping scale of Snoh Aalegra and Michael B. Jordan's alleged secret wedding began to fully emerge. Insiders close to the situation now claim that this was never just a small, spontaneous personal event, but rather a beautifully planned, highly aggressive maneuver explicitly designed to completely dominate global headlines, choke out the social media feeds of competitors, and put Lori Harvey entirely on the defensive. Sources describe Snoh as the ultimate mastermind, allegedly orchestrating every single detail down to the absolute smallest element, including the exact timing of the leaks, the choice of the secluded venue, the rollout of the social media posts, and even the specific dramatic lighting of the photographs to ensure absolute maximum visual impact. Michael's role, though significantly quieter and more reserved, was reportedly just as crucial to the execution, lending an aura of calm, undisputed Hollywood authority that vastly amplified the overall shock factor of the news. Together, the high-profile duo successfully created a perfect PR storm that left millions of fans, mainstream media outlets, and even Lori's closest inner circle scrambling daily for valid explanations. Anonymous reports continue to suggest that the alleged secret wedding took place in a deeply secluded, multi-million-dollar luxury estate located far away from the city, heavily guarded by an elite, high-end private security team, and attended by only a tiny handful of carefully vetted witnesses. Every single guest who made the exclusive cut was allegedly forced to sign strict non-disclosure agreements and place their smartphones into secure bags to maintain absolute, flawless secrecy throughout the night. Yet, as is almost always the case in the highly competitive and cutthroat world of celebrity circles, someone within that trusted room leaked the golden materials, immediately triggering a massive digital wildfire of speculation that no publicist could put out. One specific leaked image, reportedly showing Snoh looking ethereal in a custom-designed, shimmering gown alongside Michael, who wore a serene, incredibly confident expression, went viral across the globe within minutes of hit upload. Fans instantly began dissecting every single millimeter of the photo, analyzing their hand placement, looking for reflections in the windows, and creating wild theories about hidden meanings and underlying corporate motives. The online frenzy reached an absolute fever pitch, with parody skits, dramatic TikTok reenactments, and multi-part reaction videos multiplying by the hour across every known algorithm. Meanwhile, Lori Harvey's total response, or rather her brilliant lack of a response, became a massive standalone headline that dominated the entertainment news cycle. Insiders describe her calculated silence not as a sign of weakness or shock, but as a deliberate, cold, and chillingly effective tactical decision. Rather than reacting impulsively out of emotion or letting a stray comment slip to the paparazzi, she allegedly spent her days calmly analyzing every single post, message, and image associated with the wedding rollout, quietly building a massive mental map of shifting alliances, potential betrayals, and social media engagement patterns. Lori simply does not rush her plays, one anonymous source confidently claimed, adding that she observes everything, she calculates the risks, And then she strikes when the public least expects it, proving this chaotic environment is her absolute element. Media observers quickly began to note that while Snoh and Michael sought to completely dominate public attention through shock value, Lori's measured, elite restraint actually added immense tension to the story, creating a massive wave of anticipation among fans and media outlets who are now desperately eager to see exactly how she will choose to break her silence. Every single small, unrelated post she made, and every subtle update to her business accounts, was immediately treated as premium fodder for speculation, fueling the ongoing drama even further into the stratosphere. Leaked private messages, which are allegedly from Snoh Aalegra to her closest personal confidants, continue to reveal the extreme strategic precision operating behind the scenes of this entire event. One purported text message reads with absolute clarity that timing is everything in this game, and that they should let Lori process the news slowly because the longer she stays silent, the more public attention and engagement they will ultimately receive. Another leaked message, supposedly sent from Michael during the planning phases, heavily emphasized the need for absolute discretion and total control over the narrative, telling Snoh to keep the circle close but to make sure the eventual public reactions were entirely worth the effort, because this story would completely dominate the feeds for months. These highly controversial messages, whether completely authentic or merely a brilliant part of the viral internet speculation, have been widely circulated across gossip apps, giving fans and media analysts endless amounts of text to dissect. Brand analysts suggest that the couple was fully, deeply aware of the raw power of public perception, using intense secrecy and carefully timed spectacle to actively manipulate the narrative and ensure that Lori, despite her massive cultural influence, would be forced to react in real time to their chess moves rather than controlling the conversation herself. The public reaction to the alleged secret wedding was nothing short of absolutely explosive, dividing the internet into fierce, uncompromising factions overnight. Fans immediately took sides in the comments, with millions defending Lori as the ultimate wrong strategist who was wrongfully blindsided by people she once trusted, while others loudly praised Snoh for her audacious, legendary maneuver, openly calling the entire rollout pure PR genius. Social media platforms were completely inundated with wild conspiracy theories, harsh critiques, and highly dramatized accounts of the celebrity timeline, ranging from TikTok videos analyzing the micro-expressions of the couple to Twitter polls ranking the absolute most shocking moments of the scandal. Reddit threads attempted to create massive master timelines of the past year, cross-referencing public appearances, old airport photos, and cryptic insider leaks to map out the exact sequence of events, often generating incredibly heated debates about loyalty, power, and high-stakes social strategy. Even mainstream entertainment networks joined the conversation, elevating the alleged secret wedding from a private personal matter into a full-blown, historic media spectacle that refused to slow down. Sources indicate that the intense underlying tensions quickly extended far beyond the digital realm of social media comments and trending hashtags. Allegedly, several of Lori Harvey's closest personal friends and professional associates were caught red-handed interacting with Snoh and Michael online, posting tagged photos from exclusive industry parties, and leaving highly ambiguous comments that instantly sparked massive speculation about divided loyalties within her inner circle. In elite celebrity circles, these digital interactions carry immense professional weight far beyond casual socializing, because they openly signal major shifts in alliances, heavily influence public perception, and can instantly affect both personal standing and lucrative business opportunities. Lori, according to deep insider accounts, documented each and every one of these subtle interactions meticulously, forming a highly detailed internal map of true allies and potential adversaries. Every single small gesture, every single cryptic comment, and every liked post became an official part of a complex, dangerous social chess game, and her very next move had the potential to completely redefine the balance of power in Hollywood luxury culture entirely. Financial implications also reportedly began playing a massive, undeniable role in the unfolding real-life drama behind the scenes. Rumors began circulating rapidly through the industry suggesting that Snoh and Michael's alleged union could have massive, multi-million-dollar ripple effects on major corporate sponsorships, global brand collaborations, and exclusive media deals. Insider accounts hint that Snoh, acting as the ultimate business strategist, may have perfectly coordinated her upcoming brand appearances and major media engagements to coincide exactly with the viral spread of the wedding news, ensuring her metrics were at an all-time high for negotiations. Michael's quiet, commanding presence reportedly amplified this commercial effect tenfold, allowing the couple to completely dominate headlines across global entertainment platforms without ever appearing overtly aggressive or desperate for attention. Industry observers note that this specific combination of social manipulation and highly strategic visibility is a classic, textbook move in high-level celebrity power plays, successfully elevating a personal life milestone into a massive cultural event with far-reaching social and economic consequences for everyone in their orbit. Even the most minor, seemingly insignificant details of the alleged wedding were heavily scrutinized, picked apart, and amplified by the internet. Fans spent days debating everything from the specific designer cut of Snoh's gown to the seemingly harmless emojis used in Michael's recent captions. Every single subtle interaction was instantly viewed by the public as concrete evidence of high-level strategy or hidden subterfuge. One widely circulated TikTok clip compared leaked party images side by side, claiming to reveal highly coded, secret messages hidden in their facial expressions, hand gestures, and the specific layout of the room's seating arrangements. Hilarious memes continuously exaggerated these quiet moments into massive, dramatic story beats, while fan accounts created highly speculative timelines, layering completely fictionalized, dramatic dialogue over real paparazzi images to craft a serialized drama that the public found even more compelling than reality itself. Adding to the incredible intrigue surrounding this situation, insiders report that some attendees may have intentionally leaked materials to create additional drama. One anonymous source explicitly claimed that it is not just about a wedding anymore, but rather about control, influence, and narrative, suggesting that whoever leaked the information first wins the entire conversation. This has created an intense environment where the absolute truth and viral speculation are nearly indistinguishable from one another, and where millions of fans, digital influencers, and media outlets collectively participate in shaping the ongoing story. Every single post, every single comment, and every viral meme contributes heavily to the unfolding spectacle, making the entire scandal both completely immersive and entirely inescapable for anyone with an internet connection. Lori Harvey's strategic approach to this chaotic situation reportedly involves careful, daily monitoring of both public perception and behind-the-scenes movements. Friends and trusted insiders claim she has actively consulted with top-tier digital strategists, analyzing trending hashtags, engagement metrics, and social sentiment across multiple demographics. The ultimate goal, according to these sources, is to anticipate public reactions, plan her own narrative rollout with absolute precision, and determine the single most optimal moment to respond publicly, or perhaps to let the story continue to spiral while she silently consolidates her cultural power. Every single fan theory, every public post, and every wild rumor becomes a distinct variable in her larger operational plan, demonstrating her legendary reputation for extreme precision and foresight in the complex world of celebrity influence. The alleged secret wedding has also sparked an absolute flood of speculation regarding future moves from all parties involved. People are openly asking whether there could be additional announcements dropped in the coming days, or if there are major alliances being quietly forged or permanently dissolved behind closed doors. Insider chatter heavily suggests that the drama is far from over, with Lori's counter-strategy poised to make massive headlines the exact moment it is finally revealed to the public. Whether it involves an explosive public statement, a beautifully calculated social media post, or a complete narrative takeover through a major magazine feature, the anticipation across the internet is palpable. Fans, industry analysts, and media outlets alike are waiting on the edge of their seats for the next act, fully aware that in the celebrity world, perfect timing and public perception are absolutely everything. Moreover, this entire alleged wedding has drawn massive attention to the actual gritty mechanics of celebrity culture itself. It perfectly illustrates how private personal events are transformed into massive public spectacles, how extreme secrecy and flawless timing can be used to manipulate public perception, and how social media allows global audiences to actively participate in shaping celebrity narratives in real time. Snoh Aalegra's highly calculated approach, combined beautifully with Michael B. Jordan's understated compliance, has successfully elevated a personal celebration into a multi-platform cultural phenomenon that completely dominates conversation, speculation, and media analysis. In parallel, Lori Harvey's highly measured response underscores the immense importance of strategy, restraint, and emotional timing, demonstrating her unique ability to navigate high-stakes situations with calculated precision. Observers note that the stakes in this conflict are not merely social or personal. Allegedly, multi-million-dollar corporate sponsorships, global brand collaborations, and massive entertainment partnerships hang entirely in the balance, as public visibility and perception directly influence financial and professional outcomes in Hollywood. Every single leaked photograph, every cryptic comment, and every viral meme contributes to a growing narrative that can instantly affect brand alignment, media opportunities, and overall fan engagement metrics. In this way, what might appear to the casual observer as a simple personal scandal becomes an intricate, dangerous web of corporate influence, financial strategy, and long-term consequence, highlighting the intersections of high-profile celebrity life, social media algorithms, and modern market dynamics. The underlying tension surrounding Lori, Snoh, and Michael continues to escalate to dangerous new heights with each passing hour. Fans monitor every single post, every public appearance, and every subtle digital interaction, interpreting them as critical signals in an ongoing high-stakes power play. The mainstream media, in turn, aggressively amplifies the drama, creating massive feedback loops that drive endless digital engagement, speculation, and commentary. Industry analysts and gossip accounts continuously dissect timelines, messaging patterns, and social media metrics to construct elaborate narratives that may or may not reflect reality, but which nonetheless completely shape public perception. In this wild environment, total control of the narrative is viewed as just as valuable as any personal or professional victory, and each participant plays a carefully choreographed role. As the alleged wedding news continued to utterly dominate social media feeds, the ripple effects began to hit every single corner of Lori Harvey's professional world. Sources close to her claim that while fans debated loyalties online, Lori was quietly strategizing behind closed doors, mapping out every potential commercial fallout, and deciding exactly how to leverage this chaotic situation to her ultimate advantage. Every single post from Snoh Aalegra and every subtle public appearance by Michael B. Jordan was carefully analyzed by her team. Insiders say Lori's team tracked the virality of memes, fan comments, and trending hashtags, calculating which narratives could potentially hurt her reputation and which could be manipulated to reinforce her cultural power. One anonymous source described the scene as watching a master strategist play chess while everyone else is stuck playing checkers, noting that Lori simply does not react emotionally, she reacts strategically. The public reaction to the scandal quickly escalated into a full-blown media spectacle, unlike anything seen this year. Fans flooded Twitter with endless speculation about secret Hollywood alliances, possible betrayals by mutual friends, and hypothetical responses from Lori. Instagram Reels compiled every single leaked image, every party photo, and every cryptic story into highly detailed timelines and side-by-side comparisons, intensely analyzing gestures, outfits, and eye contact. Even major television celebrity gossip channels weighed in on the matter, spinning the alleged wedding into ongoing breaking news segments that kept viewers glued to their screens. According to some insider reports, the leaks themselves may have been intentionally timed to maximize industry chaos, ensuring that Lori would be forced to respond while Snoh and Michael completely dominated the narrative. Every subtle smile, every social media like, and every cryptic post contributed heavily to a multi-layered game of perception, reputation, and influence. Financial implications reportedly began surfacing as well, creating panic among brand managers. Industry insiders allege that certain massive sponsorship deals, luxury brand collaborations, and high-profile media appearances were directly impacted by the secret union's sudden revelation. Some partnerships that had been previously aligned with Lori were reportedly put on a temporary pause, while unexpected opportunities suddenly appeared for Snoh and Michael to capitalize on the massive surge of global attention. One insider remarked that in the celebrity world, visibility equals dollars, and whoever controls the conversation ultimately holds the leverage over endorsements and collaborations. Snoh and Michael suddenly became untouchable in that sense, forcing Lori to decide whether to fight for immediate control or outsmart them quietly from the shadows. Sources hint that this is not just a personal matter, but a brutal battle over market visibility and brand dominance, where every single decision carries measurable financial consequences. Meanwhile, underlying tensions among Lori's immediate inner circle, reportedly intensified to a literal boiling point. Friends who had once been considered completely unwavering allies were now being heavily scrutinized for their public and private interactions with Snoh and Michael. Anonymous sources claim that private conversations and subtle public gestures revealed hidden loyalties or rapid shifts in allegiance, further complicating the social web surrounding the stars. It is no longer just about a wedding, one insider claimed, adding that it is now about power, exclusive access, and social positioning, as people make calculated moves to align with whoever currently holds the upper hand. This growing sense of social uncertainty reportedly pushed Lori to adopt a multi-pronged approach, choosing to observe, strategize, and selectively respond while maintaining her perfectly calm public persona. Leaked text messages and alleged private communications continue to feed the digital flame of speculation. Some messages strongly implied that Snoh Aalegra had fully anticipated the public scrutiny and carefully orchestrated every single leak to ensure absolute maximum virality across all platforms. One anonymous source claimed that Snoh knows the raw power of perception, and she does not just throw a party, she engineers a massive media spectacle where every post, every tag, and every emoji is completely intentional. Michael B. Jordan's measured participation reportedly reinforced the effect beautifully, providing a sense of balance and credibility while allowing Snoh to dominate the visual attention. Analysts, commentators, and fans alike dissected these tiny details, building elaborate narratives of intrigue, secrecy, and subtle rivalry that transformed the alleged wedding into a serialized story that unfolded in real time across multiple global social media networks. Legal and social consequences, while still highly speculative, also entered the public conversation. Rumors emerged suggesting that if any major corporate agreements, financial arrangements, or undisclosed business partnerships were tied to the secret union, Lori could potentially have legal grounds to challenge them or assert claims based on prior contracts. While no formal legal action has been confirmed by reps, sources indicate that her team is exploring every single potential avenue, from media leverage to brand negotiations. Observers point out that in the celebrity ecosystem, even the mere perception of power or influence can result in tangible outcomes, as endorsements and partnerships are often swayed by who controls the story. The alleged wedding, therefore, is not just a personal drama, but a massive catalyst for broader consequences with a highly measurable impact on careers and social influence. Fans' wild reactions further amplified the stakes of the game. Every subtle facial expression of Lori captured by paparazzi, every cryptic post from Snoh, and every small social media interaction by Michael became concrete evidence in an endless cycle of public analysis. TikTok recreations, meme compilations, and fan theories completely flooded user feeds, with each iteration becoming more elaborate than the last. Reddit threads mapped out timelines, speculated about unseen corporate alliances, and debated possible hidden motives, creating a dynamic feedback loop where public perception and online speculation continuously fueled each other. In this hyper-reactive environment, controlling the narrative became just as important as controlling personal emotions or professional outcomes. According to deep insider accounts, Lori's approach to the unfolding scandal has been incredibly methodical and entirely deliberate. She reportedly convened her closest advisors and top-tier digital strategists to intensely monitor the virality of different storylines, identify key online influencers, and gauge public sentiment. Her total silence, which was once perceived by critics as uncertainty or shock, is now fully understood as a calculated, brilliant tactic. Every single comment she posts and every subtle public appearance she makes is measured against potential outcomes, ensuring that when she finally chooses to respond, her influence will be magnified and the narrative tilted entirely in her favor. Observers note that her restraint adds immense suspense to the situation, creating a massive sense of anticipation that amplifies public attention and positions her as the ultimate player in this high-stakes celebrity game. So the ultimate showdown is officially imminent, and the entire world is watching with bated breath. How will Lori Harvey truly respond when she finally decides to break her silence completely? Can Snoh Aalegra and Michael B. Jordan actually sustain their massive media momentum? Or will severe cracks begin to appear under this intense public scrutiny? The questions are absolutely endless, the financial stakes are enormous, and this high society drama is clearly far from over. Fans are completely glued to their screens, digital analysts are dissecting every single micro move, And the mainstream media is actively preparing for the next explosive development in this real-life chess game. And now the big question that everyone has been waiting for. What do you think Lori Harvey should do next? Will she strike back with the calculated, high-fashion brilliance we all know she is capable of? Or will she continue to watch silently from the luxury shadows, letting Snoh and Michael bask in the chaos they created? We want to hear from absolutely everyone. So drop your wildest theories in the comments below right now. Share this video with your friends who can never get enough of celebrity drama. And make sure to smash that like button if you are living for every single twist and turn of this explosive scandal. Do not forget to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications immediately, because we are tracking every single leaked message, cryptic caption, and hidden alliance. This is the kind of breaking truth you won't see anywhere else. And you definitely do not want to miss a single second of how this historic drama unfolds. Stay tuned because the story is only getting started.